Cooper Clever 1972 here. Of course, my name is Brian. So I was going to do this list fairly soon. I mentioned it in my announcement for my most recent stream. I did that announcement video. I uploaded that on Saturday, and on Sunday I did my stream. But I've been planning on doing a second music YouTuber shout out video, and this is going to be that video. I want to put something at the end of my videos, not my streams and not my songs, but like if I'm doing things like this or giving like recommendations for like movies that I have, you know, like I did a Criterion recommendations. Criterion is one of my favorite companies that releases movies. A lot of movies I like to watch. But anyways, I know I'm digressing. I'll put a notice up here saying like fast forward and when I start listening to people, and it's over 75 people, so somewhere in there. The last list was like 46, and I'll put all the names down below. So if you don't want to watch the whole video, you can look down below in the box and see all the people I'm mentioning. And I'm gonna go onto that page of names that I wrote down, typed down to recommend to you. But anyway, so I just want to say this, and I'll put a sign saying, the recommendation started in such and such minutes and seconds. Anyways, using copyrighted material on YouTube, I've done in the past. The only thing I used really for copyrighted material was Monty Python, The Holy Grail. I don't know if you know that movie, but there's a scene where they're crossing a bridge towards the end of the movie, King Arthur and some of his knights, and then they put an intermission sign on while you're watching the movie, and then some like silly organ music. So sometimes I did that, like when I did videos, like if I forgot to, like if I was recommending movies and I forgot a movie to show to the camera, I would stop the video, go get it, and I would insert that music and intermission sign from Monty Python's Holy Grail. So I did that for a number of videos, and that was fine. And then I did a video where all the other videos was just once, but the last time I did it was like 4 times because I think I was forgetting things or something. It might have been a recommendation. Well, I think it was a pickup video, it was a haul video of movies I had bought. So I put in like 4 of those intermission things, and I think that's what like the technology at YouTube season is more copyright material. I think what you could do basically is you could show like 10-15 seconds of a clip, and then that's all you can show of it before you get like a strike. But it's still very nebulous and gray as far as how YouTube approaches all this, because some music, if you copy like the Beatles music and put it on your channel, like you'll be there for 15 years, nobody will touch it. And then if you like some bands like Prince and the Eagles are very touchy about that kind of stuff, and movies too, So, but this clip I'm putting at the end of this video, and I'm putting it at the end now because I think I could do it and get away with it, and I'd like to put it in future videos. It's kind of funny from RoboCop. It's the bitches leave scene where Clarence Boddicker walks into Bob Morton's house, and Bob Morton is having a date with 2 prostitutes, and so Clarence Boddicker, who's one of the villains in the movie. Technically, Bob Morton's the villain too. I'm digressing, but he says bitches leave, and then one of the prostitutes says to Bob Moran before she walks out of the door, she says, "You gonna call me Bobby?" So it's kind of funny. It's got kind of a black, dark humor to it. RoboCop, but it's also dramatic. Okay, so let me get to the list now, because I've been on for 5 minutes and I'm still not getting to what I'm talking about. So let me get to the list. So, anyway, so we've got, let's see, 86 people that I'm going to recommend. So let's get to it. So, and I also want to say that there's another YouTube video where I recommend other YouTubers, other music YouTubers. I'll give a link to that video on here. I might do another music YouTubers video. I'm sure I'm missing people, even though I'm listing 70, maybe 86. The last one was 46 people. So, and a fair number of these people that I'm recommending on here, I've seen their stuff, so I'm aware of them. You know. So, anyways, let's get to it. So, first one is a guy. He's a big John Bonham fan. The guy is a drummer. Terry is his name. His channel is called Bonzolium, and he talks about drumming technique and you know, how to improve your drumming. And he's just a really nice guy. He gives out drumsticks and t-shirts. And, he streams here and there, or you know, or does videos. But I highly recommend him. I'm not a drummer, but I find what he says fascinating about drumming. He doesn't just talk about John Bonham. He talks about other drummers too. You know, like Stuart Copeland of the Police, and some other drummers. You know, Keith Moon. I shouldn't say maybe. He covers a lot of drummers, rock drummers, and I think some jazz drummers too. Here's another channel. There's a drum channel, and it sort of treads on the same territory as Bonzolium, and it's called Bonhemology. I recommend that. I can't remember all these people's, all of their what exactly is on their channel, because there's so many people here. But I'm gonna try my best to say what most of them have on there. But I do recommend Bonhemology. Third up, we've got Mr. Rock. He's very good at jamming. Very good at creating a good instrumental. Very good at instrumentals, so I highly recommend this Mr. Rock. Some of these people on here you're going to see on Heavy Metalhead Hippie Show. You're going to see them on Thomas Price Show. I think they might be on Ron Ward Show. I think that's his channel's name. Well, I have a recommendation for those guys on my first music YouTubers recommendation. There's another guy, Pete Johns, plays their music, and there's Jade Starsheet. She interviews people, and in that context, she plays their music while she interviews them. But anyways, so that's Mr. Rock. And then Terry Pruitt. He's interesting because when you see him play the guitar, I mean, he's really good at playing the guitar, kind of jazzy kind of guitar, and psychedelic sounding. But he also does the other instruments. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. Next up, we got Axe and Nacho. I became aware of Axe and Nacho on Camp G-May's streams, which are on Saturdays. Camp G-May. I think he starts at I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern, and he finishes, or is it 10 p.m. Eastern? And he finishes around 3 a.m. Eastern Saturdays. That's Camp G-May, who I recommended on my other video. But Axe and Nacho's been on his channel a lot. Axe and Nacho, I believe Axe is the guy, and Nacho's the girl. I forget which is which. I think, or is Nacho the guy? Well, whatever. They're very good musicians. They're, good singers, good guitar players. Just very good. Next up, we got Torregrossa. I must not have recommended Torregrossa on the previous video because I wanted to. I didn't remember everybody, so I'm recommending him now. He's very good at making acoustic songs. Very good lyrics. So yeah, he also does a show where people can request songs and he'll play them for them. Next up, we got Chris Lane Sr., who I believe Torregrossa and Chris Lane Sr. do a show together. So check that out. And Chris Lane Sr. in his own right is a good guitarist and singer. So he's done, I think, like some Judas Priest covers and I believe some original work as well. Next up, we've got Jumar Soundgarden, and I can't remember all these people, but I recommend them because at some point they're good if I wrote them down. So please forgive me that I don't remember what's on the channel. Next up, we've got Wolfgang 5150. akevh. He's in Japan. He doesn't speak English, but what he does, he usually streams, and he usually plays a lot of Van Halen. And of course, being in Japan, it's like 12:52 in the morning here. Well, technically it's already Tuesday. So it's 1:52 in the afternoon on Tuesday in Japan right now. So, you have to catch him in a certain time because of the time zone. But he's worth watching. Next up, we got Nikki Tedesco. I believe she just plays bass, but I could be mistaken. She does some good covers. PJ Kobi, another good musician. I see PJ Kobi on heavy metal metalhead hippies channel. So, but I just can't. Maybe it's because I'm 50. I just can't remember exactly how every person sounds because there's so many of them that I'm promoting them. Tobias H. Reese. He's really good with the guitar, like playing with the wah. He's got very good rhythm and kind of groovy kind of rhythms. Enjoy his music a lot. Then we got Vivian Smiling, very good singer. Just a lot of very pleasing, beautiful music. You got conspiracy music. He does some. I don't know if I've ever seen him do acoustic music, but he's very good at jamming. Off like a track. And I think he has his own show. I think some of these people have, when they've been on Canteen, they've branched out, and they've done their own stuff, like Nacho or conspiracy music or Torregrossa and Chris Lane Sr. I see that it's one less person than I thought it was because the next person that I'm going to recommend is Nacho, and I already recommended them. So I had them twice. I didn't realize that. Next up, we got a guy who's a piano person. Plays the piano. His name's Mike Molino. I became aware of him on Canteen show, and he's really good at playing the piano, and also very good lyrics and very good singing. Next up, we've got Jack Flash. Jack Flash. Recently, he was on Metalhead Hippie show, and he did a whole big medley of tunes, like Genesis tunes and a sweet song. What's the name of the song? Oh, Band on the Run, I think. And I think he does his own animation. So I think animation like animated figures and stuff. So check him out. Then we got Professor of Rock. I think that's what he's called. I should have checked that out before doing this video, but I'll double check after the video. Maybe I'll edit that part right there when I'm talking right now. But Professor of Rock is a guy who chronicles. You know what? I'm going to stop the video for a second because I see that the one underneath. I don't have the whole title of his channel, so I'll be back in a second. Okay. So one of the channels I couldn't find. It's related to Bonzolium and Bonamology, because in the same territory with drum, as far as drums go, but I can't remember what it is, so if I can find it, it'll be another YouTuber shout-out video. But let me pick up where I left off, which is Professor of Rock. He tells about how the history of an album, or the problems that they had making the album, or the techniques they used to make an album, which dovetails into my next person that I recommend, which is Vinyl Rewind. Vinyl Rewind talks about the same sort of material as Professor Rock sort of. I think he gives talks about vinyl as well. I recommending vinyl records. Sort of treads on the same territory, talking about the makings of famous albums and stuff like that. So technically, these two guys are not really musicians; they're more historians or visual essayists or whatever. And then next up, we have Barrie Schafer. I'm going to have to get his exact channel right because I don't think unless it's below me. I don't know if let's see. I don't know if I'm boring you right now. I'm trying to make this as entertaining, and I will put in his whole channel name before this video is put up. His name is Barrie Schafer. He does a lot of Latin kind of sounding music. His lyrics are very profound. He did one about saving the world that I thought was a pretty important song, and very well put together videos. Next up, we got a person who talks about. I don't know if he does his own guitar songs. He's a guitar teacher. He talks about guitar techniques, different guitars. His name's Robert Baker, so check him out. Next person we have is a person named Wings of Pegasus. He's from UK. He streams. I think he streams every Saturday. I think he has polls every Saturday, asking the people that are watching whether they would want to. He votes. They vote on a song, and maybe just the cover, I think. So check him out. Next up, we have Bhat. Please excuse me if I don't pronounce everybody's name correctly. I'm trying my best. I think Bhat, most of the time when she streams, plays an acoustic guitar, I think. But I could be mistaken. If I am, please forgive me. But yeah, she's got a great voice and excellent guitar player. Next up, we got Lady Rodaline Strate, and she's a very good singer. So I'm gonna have to speed through some of them because I don't know entirely exactly all their stuff. It's a lot of people to remember, so please forgive me. Then we have Mike Shaner. I say Mike Shaker there, but I think it's Mike Shaner. I think I listed him twice, if I'm not mistaken. It's Mike Shaner. So Mike Shaner, yeah, check him out. Mike Shaner, music, check him out. He's a good musician. Music Therapy Laz, he's a very good musician as well. I think he was, I don't know if it was Kevlin Music or it was him that did I recommend Kevlin Music too. Yeah, there he is, Kevlin Music. One of them did a cover, I would believe it was one of them, did a cover of a Red Hot Chili Pepper song but it was a very good cover, and I really thought it was very well put together. So next up, let me see, where are we? Joe and Barrie Glenn, they do very beautiful folk kind of music, very good ballad kind of music, very well put together. They really put a lot of effort into their work, and it shows, and they do good videos. And then we have Pendarr and Pendarr. I think they're husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend. I think they're husband and wife. I don't know, but they're very good guitarists and singers, and you should check them out. Now here's a person I want to really I mean, this person I think has at least 1 million subscribers on that channel. You might know who he is. His name's Beato. He's interviewed people like Brian May of Queen, Chris Novoselic of Nirvana, one of the people of Alice in Chains. He's interviewed people from, I think he interviewed Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. So he's a heavy hitter. Oh, and he's interviewed the guitarist for Toto. His name escapes me. He talks about technique, breaks down songs, famous songs. I think he runs into copyright problems sometimes when he breaks people's songs down, band songs down. And he really knows his stuff. He's got like a big studio. There's a video showing his studio. Like it's a giant studio, so check him out. Next up, we've got Koch on drum. You can see him in a lot of collaborations that you can catch on Metalhead Hippie's channel, but he's a very good drummer. Then we got Sylvia Blaser, who's a flute player, and her music it sounds like peace. It sounds serene and contemplative and very relaxing, so check her out. Next up, we have Rick Danner. I think he's a guitar player, because I think the context I know him in is, I think he was in a video with Colorful Energy, because Colorful Energy plays keyboards usually. I know I've seen her play guitar, but in this particular instance, I think Rick Danner was playing the guitar. I can't remember exactly, but I recommend it. Next up is Steve Stine. Oh, Steve Stine. Okay, I know who you're talking about. He's a teacher, basically. He teaches guitar. So some of these people, they want to, they'll have videos, but they'll sell things. Rick Beato is one of them, like an Ear Training Theory book. And Steve Stine sells lessons too. Robert Baker does as well, but they also have content on their channels, which is free of those stipulations or whatever. Okay, next up we got a guy, Greg Koch, Koch. I think he plays every day of the week. Usually, like, I want to say around 5 or so, 4 or 5 in the afternoon Eastern time. And his son Dylan plays the drums, and the bass player is what is his name? Matt, I believe it's Matt. And when Greg and his son Dylan go touring, they tour America, they tour Europe. But when they go touring, I think they've gone to Canada too. But anyways, they have a piano player a keyboard player that goes with them, and he plays bass on the keyboards as well. So all those people are very talented musicians. I highly recommend him. He's a very good guitarist. Next up, we got Christina Vane. She's a country singer. Well, she can play the banjo very good, and she can play the steel guitar very good. And she's got a very incredible, beautiful voice. To check her out. I became aware of her on Instagram, so check her out. Next up, we've got Rosalie Green Vlogs. That's the name of her channel. I think I've only seen one live video of hers. I saw it after the fact. I saw it in a replay. But she was interviewing another person that I already recommended in my first shout-out video, who's Eileen Perez. I highly recommend her ukulele songs. I recommended her in the previous video. Anyways, so Rosalie Green was interviewing her, and then they did some songs together. So check her out. And then we have PI period A, pronounce it alternative. She's from Europe, I think France, So she does some good music, very hip, really good music. 15th Ben is the next person. I know he does some streams. He does some music. I can't remember how all these people's music sounds. I'm trying my best, but check him out. Rainsville Music is the next person. When I remember what they sound like, I'll tell you. But I do recommend these people. Check them out. Kinger's Music. I think he's Germany. He's a good singer and good musician. And then we have Russ 8889. He's from UK. He's doing a project currently right now for kids with cancer. It's like 4 albums. He's going to release them in certain allotments of time. So the first one's going to be released in September, I think. So he's wanting musicians to make songs for that album. There's a video you can look up on his channel, and it'll tell you all the rules and how to enter your song for the album. So take a look for that. And next up, we've got Mark Wade, Time Has Been Kind. He sings a lot on a lot of songs on his channel, not other people's channels. I recently discovered on his channel that he's also a keyboardist, so check that out. Next up, we got Nick Apostoleros. Very, very good musician. I can't remember exactly how he sounds, but all these people I highly recommend, even though I can't remember everything because there's so many people here. Bull Stone Studio, another good musician. DJ Kobi, another good musician with the Fly channel. Thong, Mark Devero, Ed B Metal, Ed and then B and then Metal, so he does some metal. I think he's located in Canada, or is he in America? I don't know. Then we got Astra Moon. I recently became aware of her on Metalhead Hippie Show. She did a cover of Shine On Crazy Diamond. She's a very good singer, and on that particular video she had another person with her playing the guitar, and his name is Colin Barley, so I recommend his channel. Another person I recommend is from the UK. His channel name is The Lamb. I became aware of him when he did a celebration of Dark Side of the Moon, like he maybe it was the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, because it's 2023 right now. And 73 was when that album was released, and he did a very good, presentation of that. So check him out. Now, next up we have Howling Fret Fumbler. He did some really nice folksy kind of ballad stuff. I think he plays the ukulele, but he's played other stuff too. But excuse me, please pardon me, Howling Fret Fumbler, if I'm not portraying you correctly. I don't mean to. Lugubrious, good musician. I just can't remember everybody's music, but they're all good, otherwise I wouldn't be listening to them. Brad Example, another good musician. Handler Brother, guitarist. One of them plays bass, I think, the other one plays guitar. They're not US, I don't think. I don't know if they're UK, Australia, but they're very good. The Distance, I think they're husband and wife, and they're located in UK or Ireland, or is it Wales or Scotland, some in that area. Very good singers, also very good players of the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar, and different instruments. And the Lily Pillies, who come from Australia, they do very good pop and rock songs. Gary Gomes. Next up, we have piano matron Mimi. I believe she's a music teacher, I believe. She does some really good songs to people. Like, people ask, I think like one instance is somebody asked her to do a song about a young person, and it's a very good song. Barrie Glenn is another person I recommend. He's part of Joe and Barrie Glenn, I believe. So there's 2 channels. Next up, I'm going to go with a famous person. Well, all these, I mean, a person that is in the public eye. Stuart Copeland, official. He was the drummer for the Police, so he talks about drumming, and his channel's pretty fascinating. Next up, we have the Amateurs. Dave Bates. Emery Island. Very beautiful voice that Emery Island has. Autism Rocks. I think it's father and son. The son sings, and I guess the father does the music, so check them out. They're good. Mark Tanner, Kevlin Music. There's a Japanese woman. I don't know how I became aware of her, but her music is pop, kind of rocky stuff. And her channel, it's spelled KURIKOKALEIDOSCOPE. So check her channel out. And there's this other channel. This is more of a dissection kind of a channel. What I mean by that, it's called Rock Band Stems. So what it will do is, like, it'll take a song like Shine On You Crazy Diamond, or Money from Pink Floyd, or Stairway to Heaven, or Kashmir, and we'll isolate each instrument and play each instrument from the song separate from the other instruments. So that's what that channel does. Where are we? Okay, next up is a woman who's located in Europe. She's got a very good voice. Her name's Nasia, or Nasia, right? Her channel's, her first name's JERNEJA, and then her last name is MEDVED. And her name's Nasia, and she's a very good singer, very good guitarist. She's done some good mixed, not just acoustic, but band-related stuff as well. she's made some appearances on Camp G-Maze. You know, like this past Saturday she was there. Yeah, I was watching Camp G-May this past Saturday, but I wasn't making my presence known. I was lurking basically. So next up we got Nikki Doria. I'm sorry if I forget some of these people, what they sound like or whatever, because I just can't remember everybody. Virginia Woolf. Some of these people at the bottom here that I'm recommending, I saw they were listed on the Camp G-Maze channel this past Saturday, so I'm not aware of all their music, so I'd like to recommend them anyways. So next up we got Eddie Gannon. He's from, I think he's in Ireland. He was streaming I think this past Saturday, so he's a good singer, good acoustic guitar player. I don't know if he plays electric, but he's a good singer and a good guitar player. Rich New Designs, I See Monkeys, Scum TV, Al Sanchez 1766, April Dawn, Bud Zunga, Skeeter McGraw, Mamsie Graham. He's good. He's a very good guitarist and singer. We're almost to the end here. Jamie Slate Songs, Sam's World, and THAMS World, and then Robin Shane, ROBYN, and then CHEYNNE. So that's, and she's a guitarist and singer. She's very good at singing and guitars. So check these people out. They have good voices, good guitar playing, good drumming. So yeah, I'm not looking at the list anymore. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. But anyways, I thank you for watching. The other YouTuber shout-out video I'll give a link to that you can check out. I don't know if you were bored by this, but I thought I'd do it and share with people, other YouTubers, so you're aware of more people in the community. I think, I guess we should help each other out and do the best to promote each other, so we can cross-pollinate and grow our channels and really influence not just YouTube, but maybe society. I don't know. But yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Anyways, take a look at these musicians. They're worth your time, and you won't be wasting your time. So, anyways, I'll try. I don't know exactly when. I know I've missed some people. Probably I've missed some people because there's a lot of people on YouTube, and tons of people, and so probably have missed some people. So I'll have to do another video at some point. But yeah, these are the people that are around 75 or something like that. So anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling. So okay, thanks for watching, and have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Thanks. Bye now.
How you doing? Bitches leave.
Gee, Bobby. Bye. You gonna call me? Come on.